in action again, and looking forward to these matches now. And something to look forward to, something for everyone to go on. Well, they can't go and see them, but look forward, and hopefully the restrictions might be lifted. That whoever gets through, that they would have some more supporters at the next round.
So as we say, both teams just getting into their positions, and we're watching. And Micheál Gary has indeed gone into the brow of the square for Cora Clare as we expected. The position that he picked up the last day, and Thomas Downs is back here around the half back line. So referee Barry Keaton is just waiting now just to get the football, and he'll enter the centre, and he's going to throw the ball up between the two midfield partners, and we'll have this first backdoor game underway within the next few seconds as Barry just makes his way, as we say, just to the halfway line. He checks that everything is okay, and up goes the ball, and off we go. So broken down straight away by Conor Cleary, but it just comes as far as Pierce Lillis. Pierce in position, holds up the ball, he's dragged to the ground, and provides that early opportunity now for Pierce just to deliver the ball in towards the corner, out attacking it, and straight as far as Kieran. I don't know who Kieran plays the ball in, as far as Caoimhín Donlan. Caoimhín holds up the ball, plays it across as Cora Clare try and recycle, but in comes a tackle. It's now in the hands of Jack Morrissey. Jack plays it over, back it comes to Thomas Downs. Thomas holds possession again, plays it back as far as Pierce Lillis. Pierce finds Ronan Donlan on the overlap, and Ronan just heads inside the 45, kick pass in towards the 21, cut out inside, and it is Gordon Kelly who picks it up. Gordon plays it back, and it's been worked out the field now by Micheál Murphy. Micheál carrying the ball here just towards I suppose the halfway line, looking for that free, but the referee says to play on. Shipped as far as Conor Cleary. Conor plays it back now in terms of Oisín O'Looney. Oisín plays it over as far as Brian Curtin. Brian over to Gordon Kelly, and Gordon carries the ball up now at the heart of the Cora Clare defence. In past the 45 he goes as he plays that ball in over the top, but it's cut out, and referee Barry Keaton has seen something, and he's going to award a free in. It looks like Martin, not sure, I was following the ball there, not sure exactly what he saw, but it looks like it's going to be an early opportunity for Owen Cleary to register that Miltown opener.
Yeah, I think there was a tackle there just after he passed the ball in. There was a late tackle, and he allowed the few seconds of advantage, but he called it back for the free, and it's a chance for Miltown to put their first score on the board.
So Barry just making sure that all players are okay, as one of the Cora Clare lads are just down receiving attention here at the time, so he's going to give him every opportunity just to recover and take his position before Owen will get the opportunity. But I suppose just from the initial few seconds that we've had, it was interesting. I suppose Cora Clare played the ball across, keeping it tight, and then tried the kick pass straight inside the 21, which was broken up by the boys inside, and straight away Miltown counter-attacked at speed.
Yeah, well, luckily enough, Miltown's defence has started well. The defence has been done very well so far in the campaign, and it was another example of it there. They seem to have the ability to crowd out teams, and when they get within 30 or 40 metres of the goals, and that's what happened there. And when they got a chance in a quick counter attack, and resulted in the free now for Owen.
So again, there's just a small bit of concern there for the Cora Clare player that's just down. So we're allowing every opportunity for him, and he's just getting back to his feet now at the moment. So Owen will get an opportunity just to reset himself, get his concentration, and I suppose he, from the position he's in, roughly I suppose 37-38 metres out from goals, fairly central, you would expect that a man of his calibre will register the opening score here.
Well, I don't want to put any jinx on any free takers, but normally you would expect Owen to put this away, and he's very accurate from frees. So let's hope he puts this one away, and the Cora player is unable to continue it.
Yeah, no, it looks like number 22 on the Cora Clare side is just coming down. Number 22 is Robert Ryan, and Robert is making his way now towards the linesman, and indeed he is going to come in. So we'll just watch now for the moment, just to see exactly who the player is that's coming off. So Barry Keaton just tells Robert that he can continue. So we follow the kick, and the kick goes in, and it does go wide. So we did put the commentator curse on him.
Yeah, look, seems to be a bit of confusion there. One is claiming the umpire is putting it up. Hold on, seems to be a bit of confusion. One umpire waving wide, and the other one's waving the flag. So
and Niall Kelly is the man who makes way there. So Niall Kelly just took a knock there in the late tackle, and we're just waiting for confirmation. There was Barry Heaton has put his hand up in the air, so I do think that the score has been registered. So in actual fact, Owen did put the ball over the bar, and it's Miltown 1 point, it's Cooraclare no score, and we just have over 4 minutes on the clock. So off we go now with the quick kick out. Over it goes as far as Colin McNamara. Colin plays the ball down the centre as far as Kieran O'Donoghue in possession finds Pierce Lillis. Pierce in turn finds Colin again, and the overlaps appear as it goes back again as far as Kieran O'Donoghue. Kieran kicks it in the mark is called, but play on is what they decide to do, and Kieran will maintain possession. They have plenty of bodies over here at the near side, but they hold the ball there at the far side as they recycle possession again just on the 45 metre line as we look at it, and it's in the hands of Pierce Lillis at the moment, but he's outnumbered by 3, and they work the ball back here as far as Thomas Downs. Thomas plays the ball over across now, and Colin McNamara goes forward. Colin finds Tomas Downs. Tomas has the kick, but it goes to the near post and goes wide. But I suppose patient build up there, Martin, and they would have liked, I suppose, a better outcome from the opportunity.
Yeah, it was a good build up. They actually played well there, held possession, moved the ball across the field, and in the end, he didn't have anybody to pass it, so he took on a shot from 50 yards and John Fortley from Cora Clare went wide.
So a kick out there from Sean O'Brien looking for Conor Cleary, but it goes over the head of him, goes out over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball now, and it's going to be a line ball to Miltown, which it looks like Conor is going to take himself. So he sets back, he's looking for a bit of movement up ahead as we wait and see where he delivers it back into the centre, looking for Owen. Owen gathers that ball straight in front of himself, comes into a heavy tackle from Pierce Lillis. Pierce is adjudged to have held him back, and Miltown now go with the quick free over across straight in on top of their heads. The ball is broken down inside, but there's only 4 Cooraclare players inside waiting as they build up. The kick pass comes out here as far as the 45 out to Jack Morrissey. Jack in possession now going forward. Jack gets beyond Brian Curtin and keeps possession. He goes in midfield, he plays that kick pass straight in. Ball is called by Micheál Gary inside. Referee's hand is up, and it's going to be an opportunity, but a well worked scoring opportunity there, Martin. 2 very good kick passes in the hands of Micheál Gary, and now he has the opportunity to kick it.
Yeah, impressive play from Cooraclare there now, and they worked the ball into Gary, and he called for the mark, even though he was thinking of playing on. The referee called the mark, and now he's his chance.
So Micheál now takes his opportunity, puts it straight over the bar, and we're back on level terms. It's 1 point apiece here with just 6.5 minutes on the clock, but we had a long stoppage at the start as Cooraclare fullback Niall Kelly unfortunately had to be withdrawn, so there will be a number of minutes to be played at the end of this. Again, Conor Cleary is the intended target, but Conor can't get his hands to it from that kick out from Sean O'Brien. Out over the line it goes, and Tig Lillis gets the ball. Tig plays it over across the centre. In it goes as far as Kieran O'Donoghue. Kieran again looking for that full forward line all the time. They're looking up, they're looking early. Trip there by Shawnee Malone as he was coming out on Micheál Gary, and another opportunity now for Cooraclare just to go in front.
Yeah, Cooraclare have started this match well now, and well worth moving in there. Got the ball into Gary, and Shawnee tripped him, so a definite free in for Cooraclare.
And Pierce Lillis looked like he was going to line up to take it, but instead Killian Roach has come all the way from his goals, and he's going to put the ball down, and he's going to kick it from ground here at the moment. So he's I suppose about 40 metres out, but he's dead set in straight in front, and as you say, with the distances that he could kick, the distance shouldn't be a problem, and we'll just have to watch for the accuracy.
Yes, I better not pass any judgment on free taken out. We'll wait and see what he does with it.
So Killian is just settling himself here as he steps back, as we say, about 40 metres straight in front of the goals. The ball travels straight and through. Umpires are going for that white flag, and here we are now with just 7 minutes 50 on the clock. It's 2 points for Cooraclare, 1 point for Miltown, and Sean O'Brien puts the ball back down. This time he's going short, and he's looking for Brian Curtin. Brian takes possession, and he plays it back there as far as Shawnee Malone. Shawnee now is looking over across, and the ball is played as far as Colin plays the ball over the top, and it's in the possession of Oisin Looney. Oisin looking for Conor Cleary. Conor playing the ball to Gordon Kelly. Gordon now in possession as they hold it, but they're still only 45-50 metres from their own goals as they move up now towards the midfield. Still in possession of Miltown as the ball comes back, goes over the head of Brian Curtin, and in comes Jack Morrissey. Jack tried to steal the ball away, but it breaks away from him and picked up by Oisin Looney. Oisin plays it over now. It's in the hands of Conor Cleary. Conor with a kick pass over the fire on top of Shawnee Malone. Shawnee carrying the ball now at the heart of the defence, and referee Barry Keaton has seen a check just there off the ball, so I suppose it'll be interesting to see what action he's going to take here, Martin.
Yes, it seems to be a foul on Owen Cleary off the ball, so I don't know, it's probably just a tick. Yeah, just a tick for the centre back.
Yeah. So Owen now in possession, ball in the hand, and he's about, I suppose, 50, 54, 55 yards out from his own goals. He goes short straight away, plays that ball straight in front of his number 14, Cormac Murphy. Cormac turns on the boot and puts it straight over the bar, and that's a quick thinking from Cormac inside full, and a good score.
Yeah, it's very good movement there from Cormac. He moved fast, got the ball, and first time it over the bar. A very good score from Cormac.
So it's Pierce Lillis in possession. Pierce was looking to win the mark. He won the break, instead was breaking forward, adjudged to have been fouled while in possession, and now presents him with an opportunity to set up the next Cooraclare attack. So, but the ball goes in between the middle of three Miltown players instead, and it's Gordon Kelly in possession. Gordon plays the ball as far as Owen Cleary. Owen now turning, and he gives it as far as Connor. Connor plays it over now as far as Keane. Keane plays it back as far as Owen. Owen in possession, steadies himself, tries to get it onto that left boot. The ball is travelling the distance, but it's not going to have the accuracy, and it's going to tail off to the left and tail wide.
Yeah, probably a small bit too ambitious there from Owen now. He was on 50, 55 yards out, and he should have been a bit cooler, take his time and work the ball in a bit closer.
So it's Killian Roach again in possession. Killian plays the ball out here towards the stand side, and the ball is taken instead by Micheál Murray. Micheál with possession, he gives it back as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien gives it in as far as Owen Cleary. Owen Cleary coming inside the 40-metre line. It's under pressure, the ball breaks, but it only breaks back as far as Owen again. It's 3-1 now in terms of the tackle. Owen drops the ball to the ground, and there's a tussle for possession, and the referee Barry Keaton again judges that as Conor Cleary was down over the ball, I think that there was a bit of a sliding tackle coming in, and judged a free for Miltown. So he's gone quick now, and the ball is worked all the way over here, and it's in the hands of Cormac again. Cormac swings left boot at it again. We watched for the umpires. The umpires are happy with it. They're going for the white flag, and now it's 3 points to 2. And I suppose again it just shows that quick thinking and quick movement of the Miltown forwards.
Yeah, Cormac seems to be on fire this evening now. Couple very sharp off the mark, and it's good vision, good play by Cormac. Get the first of the ball, turn and kick it over the bar, no missing.
Straight down the centre, the ball goes from Killian Roach, but it breaks behind, and only breaks as far as Brian Curtin. Brian with possession now plays it over as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien taking possession here, up as far as the halfway line. He looks for Micheál Murray. Micheál with the ball in his hand now, plays it in. He's looking inside for Graham Kelly. Graham is coming out towards the corner, takes possession of it. He just holds it up, looking all the time for that bit of movement. He comes outside the 21, he angles the ball, plays it straight across. An opportunity presents itself straight away there for Ger Malone, and Ger takes that opportunity straight in front of the goal. So patient play inside by the experienced Graham, and a good kick pass straight over to Ger and over the bar.
Yeah, good play by Miltown there. They moved the ball well, and when Cormac got it, he laid it off, and it finished up to Ger at 30 yards out, and no messing, just got the ball and kicks it straight over the bar.
So we're 4 points to 2 here as the ball comes back down the stand side from Killian Roach, travels out over the sideline, and it's going to be a kick in now straight away, taken quick as far as Conor Cleary. Conor with the ball, plays it in low straight in front of Cormac. Cormac lays it off as far as Owen Cleary. Owen coming in, he's inside the 21. He tried to get the leg off the opportunity. It's blown for a foot block there at the moment, but I think he was just outside the square, so it's probably going to be a tap over free now for Owen, and an opportunity to extend the lead out to 5-2.
Well, good play by Miltown again there now. The forwards are really sharp at the moment, and when Owen got the ball there, the gap opened up in front of him. He went forward. Graham was inside him, but he decided to go himself, and he was tackled as he was about to take the shot, and free in from Miltown.
So Owen steadies himself straight on the 13-metre line, and he just taps the ball over the bar as we go. And look at it, it's 5 points to 2 now in favour of Miltown. We have 12 minutes 45 on the clock, and Killian Roach now has his latest opportunity to try and find the man from the kick out. Killian is steadying himself. He goes down the far side this time, straight down he goes over to his cornerbacks as they carry the ball straight across the centre, breaking out all the time past the 45, up towards the halfway line. They come in over the halfway line, and gone forward there inside is ball played over. Here it is, Caoimhín Donlan showing for that ball on the 21. Caoimhín has it under pressure from Colin Hare. Colin Hare is adjudged to have held him down, and this is going to present an opportunity now for Pierce Lillis. Pierce is making his way up onto the 21-metre line, and he'll hope just to settle the nerves here of the Cora Clare lads, and I suppose it has been a while since they scored, and this just presents an opportunity to stop the run that Miltown were on there.
Yeah, well, naturally, Cooraclare will be anxious to keep ticking over on the scoreboard and not to let Miltown get too far ahead of them. And it's just a good chance now, a good play by Cooraclare again, and just as a free off the ground off from the 21-metre line.
So Pearse steps back, he takes it, but the ball is going, and he was trying to get it just inside the near post, but it tailed off and tailed to the left hand side and has tailed wide. So here we are with just under 40 minutes played. It's 5 points to Miltown, it's 2 points to Cooraclare, and the ball is on the tee of Sean O'Brien at the moment. Sean is coming out the wing now as we watch Colin. He's carrying the ball forward all the time, plenty of men in front of him. Colin plays it over to the centre, and the ball is delivered inside by Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien was coming out for the ball, but it only breaks as far as tie. Jack Morrissey goes for possession. Jack gets a little push in the back, and Cooraclare are going to have an opportunity now to set up their latest attack. So the ball is going to be moved forward, just a small bit of descent from the Miltown lads, trying to slow down the ball as it comes in the hand. It's in the hands of Pearse Lillis at the moment, and Pearse comes back here now with the ball as far as his wing back Ronan Donlan. Ronan plays it back again to Pearse as they work the ball through Fergal Donlan now at the moment. Fergal is carrying it out as there's a heavy shower of rain just starting to fall here. Hopefully it's only a quick one, the skies aren't dark, but it will make the ball slippy as Earl is adjudged to have just over carried, and now you probably hear in the background that the heavens have burst. There's a good shower of rain as Miltown go on the attack through Graham Kelly. Graham loses possession, and it's recycled back as far as Pearse Lillis. Pearse now playing the ball over as far as Tomas Downs. Tomas Downs over to Ronan Donlan. Ronan Donlan is fouled by Owen O'Brien there, and referee Barry Keane is just going to have a little word for him. It was probably nothing malice, but it was a bit high.
Yeah, just conditions, and lads, get used to this, the rain, or it's hard to concentrate. It's with that heavy shower, so nothing too serious here. I'd say it'll be up in a couple of minutes.
The ball now is in the hands of Pearse Lillis as the heavens really start to open here, and we see a dispersing from nearly everyone on the sideline up to the stands out of the way, and we wait. As we say, it's 5 points to 2 here in favour of Miltown. It's nearly 16 minutes on the clock, so we will be heading for a water break soon, and I think from a Miltown point of view, they would have been satisfied if they do get to the water break with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, I think Miltown will be happy enough now with their start, and it's early stages yet, but Cooraclare are actually playing well if they could get the scores on the board, so they'll be anxious to get a few more scores on the board before half time. Link up play there between Pearse Lillis and Micheál Gary, but actually it was Tomas Donlan. Tomas thought that Pearse was coming back on his outside. He played the ball over, but it travelled straight out over the sideline, and it provides an opportunity now for Miltown with their quick kick back into the centre, and Conor Cleary comes back now as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien gives it back as far as Conor. Conor steadying himself, keeps possession, gives it. Owen takes the ball into the tackle, he drops it down, but he manages to get it back as far as Conor again. Conor holding possession all the time as Gordon Kelly starts to move ahead of him, and that's exactly where the ball goes to. Gord carrying the ball up past the 45 as he goes. Very well dispossessed by Jack Morrissey there, and the ball broke as far as Cormac Murray, but he wasn't managed to get possession. Instead it's Owen Cleary with possession. Owen gets inside the 45, he holds it up, and the ball is recycled again there as far as Keane Mahoney. Keane playing the 1-2, gets it back as far as Keane again. He steadies himself, the shot goes in, it's low, but it's handled there inside the goal line by Killian Roach, and Killian recycles the ball back out as far as Declan McMahon. Declan playing it out, and all the time they try to break, and referee Barry Keaton again, he judges that there has been a foul there in terms of, I think it was a throw pass more than anything else from Declan McMahon as he tried to relieve possession, and he is going to hold up play, and he's going to allow the teams to go for a water break before we come back from that. Well, I think the way the rain is now, there's no need of a water break this evening, but I suppose some of the players will be glad to get a couple of minutes of a break, but I think both teams are reasonably happy. Miltown will probably playing with whatever a bit of a breeze there is this evening. They'll be happy enough to have 4 or 5 points on the board and a couple of good moves, and Cooraclare equally. And when they're attacking, they've done well up to 30, about 30 yards out, and then they just need to keep things a bit wider, a bit more open, and try and create the space.
And I suppose it is obvious from the Cooraclare attack that they are looking for that opening inside inside, and they're looking to try and hit the full forward line as early as possible with it. But with the experience, I suppose, of the likes of Brian Curtin and that, just sweeping back in front of the line, the stair, it's just making it that bit more difficult to deliver the early ball.
Well, the Miltown defence is playing well, and as I said, Brian's doing well in there, but plus they're playing into a little bit of a breeze as well, which makes that a bit harder. So if Cora Clare can hang in there up to half time, they'll certainly fancy their chances in the second half, because they seem to have some good players in there, but now it's really letting it rain down here, so I don't know how much it's going to affect the match, but it's not going to help anybody.
No, well, look at if you were looking to build an early score, it's definitely going to, I suppose, hamper the pace of the game that we have here at the moment, as we see both teams coming out, and I suppose it'll take the sting out of any flow really that we had in the game to date.
It's not easy to play out there now, I can tell you, because I think both teams have come out faster than they normally are, because they're better off to be moving around and trying to play to be standing up having a chat. So both teams will be glad to get back into the action and try and keep moving.
And it's actually a free out here now for Cora Clare, a foul, winning possession just before the water break, and ball goes out as far as Oisín Looney. Oisín takes possession, brings it back as far as Pierce Lillis. Pierce now is looking for players ahead of him, and he delivers the ball as far as Ronan Donlan. Ronan in possession of the ball. Pierce is calling for it behind him, and back to Pierce it goes. Pierce is looking ahead. He plays it now in as far as Tomás Downs. Tomás playing that crossfield ball, looking for Caoimhín Donlan inside. The ball travels in, and it's Colin Howard is the first man taught. Colin goes down over the ball. Caoimhín is the judge to have pushed him, and we begin now again with a free out. Quick free here now, and over across the centre the goal mouth it comes as Miltown try and build again through Owen O'Brien. Owen in possession, he's carrying the ball as far as the 45. Slow build up play, he takes the ball into the tackle, he breaks out, and he's looking to offload as far as Conor Cleary in possession. Conor was playing it there in front of Micheál Murray, but Micheál couldn't get to it, and instead it's Tomás Downs has the ball in his hands, and he has this opportunity now, I suppose, just to deliver that kick pass in as far as Caoimhín goes down over the ball, but the ball breaks in behind him, and Brian Curtin is inside battling for the ball. Barry Keaton says play on, and it's that man Gordon Kelly. Gordon plays the ball here now out, and Miltown are carrying the ball, carrying it out through Aidan McGuan. Aidan holds possession all the time as he looks outside him, delivers the ball over, and they're going to recycle again back towards Conor Cleary. Conor looking for Gordon Kelly again, the man who started the break, and he gives it over as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien holds the ball here just around midfield, over it goes as far as Aidan McGuan. Aidan takes the ball up into his hand, he steadies himself, look for the movement inside, he plays the ball looking inside for Cian Mahoney, but the ball goes in and beats him, and instead it's the Cora Clare rear guard who are inside. Advantage being playing for a hand on the shoulder by referee Baron Keaton. It comes out as far as Tomás Downs, and Tomás now plays as far as Pierce. Pierce gives it in as far as Donlan. Down, he high tackle again, just head heights as the referee, and it's going to provide, I suppose, an opportunity for Cora Clare. Tomás Downs has the ball in his hand, he's looking to move it quick, as Graham Kelly is I suppose, making sure that nothing happens too quickly from a Miltown point of view, but at the moment we're just going to wait for attention. Another, I suppose, just given the conditions and the slipperiness of it, just another slightly high tackle, which lads will just have to be careful of in these conditions.
Yeah, well, Graham is just making sure they take their time until the player's up. He's actually just up now, they're about to take their free, but it's practically impossible in these conditions now, and it's a bit of a lottery now for the rest of the first half.
The ball in the hands of Tomás Downs now at the moment, and Tomás is playing it over there as far as Fergal Donlan. Fergal playing it in now around the centre as Cora Clare continue to carry the ball up around midfield. They're looking inside, they're pointing inside. That ball is delivered straight, but with the greasy surface it's just going to run away from Micheál Garry, and it's going to run straight out over the line, and Shawnee Malone goes to retrieve it for Miltown, and he plays the quick kick in, and the ball is returned again back as far as Shawnee here on the 21, plays it in as far as Brian Curtin. Brian was offloading the ball, but in the slippiness of it they couldn't hang on to it. Ball is played out as far as Colin Hare. Colin as far as Shawnee Malone, back again as far as Brian Curtin, as they just keep possession here at the moment in these conditions. Over Gordon Kelly just making that move towards the sideline, up he brings it as far as nearly the halfway line, just crossing over halfway as he does, looking for Aidan McGuan inside him. Aidan takes possession and lays it back now as far as Conor Cleary. Conor with possession in his hands holds up the ball, he looks for Cormac Murray. Cormac breaks the tackle, but he's adjudged to have been held back, and now an opportunity just for Miltown to slow it down, have a look, but in these conditions they'll nearly want to get it going again before they get too cold, Martin.
Yes, I tell you, players out there are probably finding it very hard to stay warm even at the moment, even though the fact they're running and the play is still going on. But conditions are horrendous out there at the moment now.
So Cormac carries the ball at the heart of the Cora Clare defence again. There's a trip on him there by Jack Morrissey, and that's going to provide an opportunity for Owen Cleary on a dry day. You'd be saying that this would be no problem, but given the conditions, he could be looking to play this ball in, Martin.
He's actually playing it back as you speak.
So back it goes as far as Brian Curtin. Over it goes to Gordon. Gordon plays it now as far as Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary coming up towards the 45 metre, the Cora Clare side of the field. Plays it back again as far as Gordon, as Miltown just hold possession all the time. They're just controlling the pace of the game as they deliver it as far as Owen. Owen makes a base. The bust is inside. He's inside the 21, and he decides, I suppose, to take the opportunity and take the score in these conditions. It wasn't worth, I suppose. It was a half a goal chance, but he decided that to take the right option and tap it over for a 6-2 lead.
Yeah, it was probably the right thing to do. He made a good move there. Himself and Gordon worked up the middle, and Owen just took it at pace, and he saw the gap and opened it up and done the wise thing, kicked over the bar.
Kick out comes straight as far as Oisin Looney. He was hoping to call the mark, but in these wet conditions it just slips out of his head and it's played straight in front of Mihal. Gary Mihal goes for the ball, but Shawnee Malone gets a boot to it, and the ball travels as far as the in line, but he doesn't go over it, so play on, and it comes as far as Gordon Kelly. Gordon Kelly plays it over as far as Brian Curtin. Brian plays it across the face of goals as far as Aidan McGuan again. Aidan now is going to carry the ball out as the rain finally starts to lighten here in front and a bit of sunlight starts to appear. Heads in possession now of Conor Cleary. Conor on his own, I suppose 65 metres or so out from his own goal, plays it now here in front of Graham Kelly. Graham looked for the offload. He was looking for Colin Naher, but the ball is turned over and it's in possession of Jack Morrissey at the moment, and Jack plays the kick pass straight over in top of Mihal. Gary Mihal waits behind, but the ball breaks down and it's three Miltown players waiting inside again as Brian Curtin plays it out as far as Aidan McGuan. Aidan plays it as far as Conor Cleary. Conor just carries the ball up into the tackle with Jack Morrissey and he offloads the ball. It comes back now again as far as Colin Naher. Colin just holds the ball as he comes inside the 45, delivers it now as far as Aidan McGuan. Aidan plays the overlap with Conor Cleary. Conor appears, he's just 21 metres out. The score has opened up, goal opportunity, and the ball is in the back of the net, and it's that man Cormac Murphy again, and that's 1-2 now registered for Cormac straight away, and there's just 25 and a half minutes on the clock, but great patience, great build up, and a lovely finish for Cormac.
Yeah, good move there by Miltown, and they kept possession of the player, kept possession of the ball, and the main thing, the forwards kept moving. There was always somebody moving, going somewhere, and eventually worked into Cormac, and he just slipped it under the body of Killian Roach.
So Miltown go into a 1-6-2 point lead here now, as we say, just under 26 minutes gone on the clock, but we will have about 5 minutes or so of additional time, I suppose, due to the injury to Niall Kelly and the water break that have happened, and I suppose referee has seen some sort of an infringement inside with the kick out, and he's going to throw it up now, and I suppose that's the last thing that Cora Clare wanted after conceding the goal.
Yeah, well, I think that goal could have a big bearing on the game. I think he just seemed, I'm not too sure now, I think he seemed to take the kick out from the wrong place, but Cora Clare have possession again, so they'll be happy with that.
They're working it out here now, just across their own 21 metre line as they look at the ball. Goes back as far as Oisin Looney. Oisin plays it back now as far as Killian Roach. Killian Roach brings it out as far as Tomas Downs. Tomas with ball in hand, and he just carries it up now, plays it over, and Cora Clare working it all the time. Out it goes as far as Declan McMahon. Declan offloads the ball straight away. He was looking for Colin McNamara. Colin has possession. Colin is fouled, and I suppose a small bit of argy-bargy, nothing too serious, but it will be back underway now within a couple of seconds, and one thing I suppose from the Miltown point of view is although they're not in a dangerous position, but they are starting to, I suppose, concede a good few frees back here around their half-hour line. Yeah, well, you could say that's down to conditions. I wouldn't be too worried about that at the moment, but as long as they're not putting, as long as the Cora Clare are not putting scores on the board. Graham Kelly now just adjudged to have been holding on to the jersey of Pádraig O'Donoghue, and referee Barry Heaton is actually going to have a word with him over it, so we'll wait and see. I'd say it's probably just a ticking. It is indeed just a ticking as Graham makes his way back in, but the ball is in the hands of Pierce Lillis, but we watch as Killian Roach again makes his way out of goal, so it's going to be Killian who's going to take this opportunity. He's about 50 yards or so out in front of, again, he's fairly central in front of the goals, and he's just going to wait now for the place the ball, steady himself up. He's going to take his few steps back from the ball here now, and again, as we say, in the difficult conditions that they are, we'll just watch and see whether Killian can deliver the distance that he usually would on a dry day. So here he goes, readies himself, he just steps back, he's coming into it now. There's the kick, off it goes, but it's drifting to the left, it's drifted out over the line, and it goes wide. And maybe just given the conditions that we're playing in, Martin, it might have been better to keep the ball alive.
Well, naturally, they thought Killian was going to be able to reach the target, and he had the distance, but he didn't have the accuracy. And that's sometimes you take a risk, sometimes they go over, sometimes they don't.
So quick kick out now as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen holds possession there, brings it back as far as Gordon Kelly. Gordon coming up now towards the 45. He just carrying the ball over, looking ahead all the time, watching for movement. He's looking to link up. He was thinking about giving it to Colin Hare, but instead the movement is made by Micheál Murray. Micheál gives the ball back as far as Conor Cleary. Conor with the ball in possession now, and it's coming through their own captain now, Shawnee Malone. Shawnee out around the midfield area, ball played back and played across here now as far as Gordon, and Gordon brings it up now again. He's about 60 yards or so out from the Cora Clare goal as he continues his run, plays that 1-2 off over as far as Colin Hare. The ball breaks, and it broke back as far as Shawnee, but in these conditions he just slips out over the ball. It's turned over, and Pierce Lillis now has possession back on his own 13 metre line. Advantage being played for another just tackling over the shoulder as Cooraclare start to build again there, and they're building through Queeveen Donlan now, or Kieran O'Donoghue. Kieran plays the ball over across as they attack up the far side of the field now as we look at it. Ball comes back in now as far as Pádraig O'Donoghue. Pádraig plays the possession in as far as Kieran links up with a 1-2 as the ball makes its way over here now as far as Pierce. With the ball in his hand, Pierce steadies himself and he gives position off to Robert Ryan. Robert was just going through, he ducked ahead in. He's a judge to have. There's I suppose just unluckily in a way Robert just ducked ahead as he was coming into the tackle, and it's going to provide an opportunity for Pierce. And it looks like that indeed Jack Morrissey is actually the man who's coming out now, 45 metres out from the goal, and he's going to have an opportunity for this one.
Well, it looked to me there like he was charging with the ball, but the referee is closer, so we'll have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But they have a chance now, and equally it's going to be a tough free in these conditions to put it over the bar.
So Jack Morrissey takes his steps back and steadies himself up now as he prepares for the latest Cooraclare opportunity here. He's going to kick from the ground, as we say, just under 50 metres out from the goal here as we look at it, and he takes his run up, and here comes the kick. He's hoping to bring it back in across the goals, but instead it's just going to land in the hands of Sean O'Brien inside in the goal mouth. Ball is recycled back as far as Sean again, and he plays it out looking for Brian Curtin. Brian gets possession and he's laying it out as Miltown get ready to carry the ball forward again towards their own 45. Recycle back now as far as Colin, and coming across the field straight over it. Jack Morrissey was hoping for an intercept, but Sean Malone was just there in time, and Shawnee gathers possession and he's looking to offload it here now down the wing as we look at it. Possession played in over the top as far as Gordon needs to steady himself, tries to get down over the ball. He touches the ball on the ground, and the ball is in the hands of Pierce now at the moment. Pierce is looking, Jack Morrissey is making the move inside, but Pierce doesn't see it. Instead he's coming here now as far as Ronan Donlan. Ronan takes possession inside the 45 now, back as far as Pierce again. Pierce steadies himself in possession as he carries the ball, and the rail starts to come down again. Owen Cleary now has the ball. Owen is steadies himself up. They're just going to hold possession, and he plays a crossfield ball over as far as Colin Hare now at the moment, and ball is in the hands now of Brian as Brian Curtin plays it up the wing and inside the 45 at the Cooraclare side of the field. They're working now. Owen Cleary with ball in possession. Owen looks for the overlap. He finds the overlap as they head towards the 21 metre line. The ball is dropped in inside, and instead there's three different Cooraclare lads there to win the break, and it's just, I suppose it's just an indication of the conditions they're in. We thought that the rain was just about to go away, but it's starting to come down again, which is making it very slippy, and I suppose both underfoot and in terms of ball position.
Yeah, well, there's credit to the players now for the way they're performing, because conditions here are very bad, and Miltown at time going clearing and Aidan McGuane were attacking, but Aidan didn't seem to know what he was going to do in the end when the solar blade off and he ended up losing the ball.
So ball in there now as far as Queen Donlan. Queen going down over the ball, and Barry Keaton hand is up for advantage to be played, and it's going to be a free in now for Cooraclare as Queeveen makes his way in towards the brow of the square in case the ball drops short again. So himself and Jack Morrissey obviously now are the two men inside, but we watch and it's going to be Killian Roach. Killian is coming back up the field again, and he's I suppose as we look at it, he's probably just about just inside the 45 metre line, but he is over towards the sideline. It's going to be a difficult opportunity for him, but we'll watch and we'll see now as Killian just steadies himself up all the time. Referee Barry Keaton sees that he wants to have a word with Tomas Downs about something, and indeed there's a yellow card after being issued to Tomas for we didn't see anything, so unless there was a bit of back chat or something like that, but a yellow card received nonetheless, and Killian Roach now prepares himself as the referee gives him the go ahead. Here comes the ball, it's going to land inside, no, it's just going to go to the right hand post this time, and it's going to drift off and drift wide, and I suppose another opportunity for Cooraclare just goes a begging.
Yeah, it was a difficult chance in fairness for Killian, and the ball went just outside the post, so I'll be hoping that those chances won't come back to haunt him at the final whistle.
So half time called here, 3.5 minutes of additional time was what was played, and welcome back now to the second half. It's Miltown 1-6, Cooraclare 2 points as Barry Keaton again just getting the ball in possession, and we're just looking around there and it doesn't appear that we have any changes, I don't think, on either side at the moment, Martin, have we?
No, I haven't seen any changes so far now, so only just the rain is even off a small bit, so hopefully the conditions might be a small bit better for the remainder of the game.
So the possession now is in the hands of referee Barry Keaton, and he's just going to decide to throw the ball up. So as we get underway now just for the second half, Conor Cleary gets to the ball, he breaks it down, and Pierce Lillis goes after it. Pierce picking up the ball on his own 45, he recycles it now as far as Tomas Downs. Tomas has possession, he looks back again, he was going to give it as far as Pierce, changed his mind, and instead he's going to play it up here now as far as Padraig plays it in over the top, and trying to get there again was Tom Downs, but Tom plays it along the ground, plays it over, and the ball is travelled inside. Queeveen Donlan plays a lovely little 1-2 there, and Cooraclare try work the ball there around their own 21. They hold up the ball, they're keeping possession all the time, and it's going to be a free in now for Cooraclare on the 13 metre line, and more or less just straight on the sideline as we look at it here now at the moment. So Pierce Lillis makes his way over for the ball. Pierce has been shown his spot there by the referee, and he starts as quick as far as Jack Morrissey. Jack has the ball, gets it back onto his right boot, he gets the shot off. We watched for the umpires, the ball travels across the face of the goals and goes wide, but it was an early opportunity, I suppose, for Cooraclare just to settle themselves.
Yeah, well, obviously the free was very difficult, and Pierce on the wide thing took a quick one to Jack, and Jack took a shot, but unfortunately went outside the post as he tried to kick across the ball. A difficult kick, but just outside the post.
So a mark call there now straight away by Conor Cleary. Conor gets the ball, he plays it back as far as Brian Curtin. Brian with possession plays it over across as they hold possession again just around the 45. Back it comes as far as Brian again. Brian holds the ball, he's looking for Conor Cleary. Conor takes possession, holds it up, and he's going to carry it now just as we come towards the midfield line, and all the time they're just, I suppose, they're maintaining possession, they're dictating the pace of it, they're 7 points in front, they don't need to do anything too elaborate at the moment. So in these conditions it's just a matter of being patient all the time as Conor Cleary has the ball in midfield, and he plays the kick pass over across, and over it goes as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen plays the kick pass in, but possession is given away now, and Cooraclare have a chance now through Pierce Lillis. Pierce plays it as far as Kieran, I don't know who Kieran, coming up towards the centre now at the moment, he's holding the ball up. Kieran flicks it up into the hands there of Padraig. I don't know who Padraig has possession. Padraig is held in the tackle by Oisin Looney, and he delivers that ball straight down Miltown now as far as Micheál Gary, but the ball only breaks as far as Aidan McGuan. Aidan gives it to Gordon Kelly. Gordon plays it back again now. It's Conor Cleary who plays the foot pass over across the line as they again just settle into possession, holding it. Conor Cleary has it. Conor is looking ahead. He's going to deliver the kick straight in. He's looking inside for Cormac. Cormac only made the run, but he's under pressure. He gains possession. Advantage been played, but he works the opportunity himself. The kick goes off, and umpires look. And in these conditions, Martin, that's as good a point as we're going to see.
Yeah, what a score from Cormac. Fantastic score. A good long ball in from Conor Cleary into the corner. Cormac got the ball and the 13-metre line under pressure, turned the kick to his left foot straight over the bar. Fantastic score.
Pierce Lillis now just give away possession as far as Aidan McGuan. Aidan gives it back as far as Cormac. Cormac in as far as Owen Cleary. Owen just spins around the tackle, but he maintains possession all the time. Under pressure there from Pierce Lillis as he holds up possession. He's looking to come outside. He comes out as far as Conor now at the moment. Delivered straight in. Mark called and kick under no pressure, but Killian Roach just manages to get his fingertips to it. But Ger Malone nearly had an opportunity there with very little pressure on him, Martin.
Yeah, he done well. He worked the ball into Ger and he took the shot and we all thought it was going to go over, but Killian just managed to get it from under the bar and clear it safely.
Possession again with Cooraclare now as they start to break out, and it's in the hands of Pierce. Pierce plays it over across, and Cooraclare now are looking to come forward. Score still 1-7 to Miltown. It's 2 points to Cooraclare, so it's 10 points to 2 here with just 4 minutes or so on the clock here now in the second half as Pierce carries the ball up beyond the 45. He maintains possession. He's looking for his options. The kick pass comes over across, and it's a race for possession now, but it's a race that's won by the Miltown men as the ball is played straight in again there in front of Cormac. Cormac has space in front of him now. They have a 2-on-1 if they can. Off it goes to Owen Cleary. Owen plays it over back as far as Cormac, and Cormac, the man who started it, is the man who wins it, and that's a second goal on the board today for him.
Yeah, fantastic move by Miltown. They worked the ball in, and a lovely flick up there by Owen Cleary to Oisin Looney. He worked the ball into Cormac, played a 1-2, gave it to Ger Malone, got the ball back and stuck it in the net.
So now with just under 5 minutes played here in the second half, it's 2-7 to Miltown. It's 2 points to Cora Clare, and it's a long way back now for them. So 13 points to 2 and 11 points in these conditions, Martin, is it's going to take some effort for them.
Yeah, well, you think that goal you expect should kill off Cora Clare, but you just hope that they hang in there and do themselves justice, because they're not, there's a whole lot of difference. Just Miltown have got the goals.
So Cora Clare now in possession as we look at it, and they carry the ball out here now in front, and it's going to be a straight down the centre is where it comes, and it comes as far as Kieran. I don't know who Kieran with possession. He delivers a kick pass in inside. He's looking for his man inside. Holding is what's adjudged, and Cora Clare are looking, and Pierce is looking for an early opportunity. He delivers it over across as far as Jack Morrissey now in possession as he's heading towards the 21. He draws the foul, and this will be just an opportunity for him to settle things down, register a score, and I suppose just get their heads back into the game.
Yeah, well played by Jack there. He got the quick free. He took on the Miltown defence and was taken down, and he'd have a chance now to put over the bar, which
Pierce went for the quick one, but obviously that bodies weren't back far enough, so it's just going to come in and be a slightly easier chance now for the Cora Clare lads, and it looks like it's going to be Pierce is the man who's standing around as if he's going to take it, but we'll just have to wait and see now at the moment. So ball is back there now and in the hands of Pierce, and he's just going to have an opportunity, as we say, with just 6.5 minutes or so on the clock. He taps the ball over the bar, and that's Cora Clare's first score now in the second half, and it's 2-7 for Miltown, 3 points for Cora Clare, and possession back with Sean O'Brien now for a kick out. So as we say, we can just hope that, look at, regardless of Cora Clare's point of view, they have to forget about the scoreboard now and just try and keep playing to the final whistle and see what happens.
Yeah, well, in fairness to Cora Clare, I don't think they're going to give up, and there was a good score there which was deserved, and they're hanging in there, so we'll have to see how it goes.
Conor Cleary plays the ball over here now as far as Aidan McGuan. Aidan with possession, he's looking inside there now for Ger Malone. Jerwood offloads it again as far as Oisin Looney. Oisin coming through the centre, he plays it off as far as 24, and 24 was Kilmihil, and Keane just never got under the shot at all, and it just goes straight into the hands of Killian. The goals, and Cora Clare start to break again now as they play the kick pass over across in front of their own goals. Out it comes now through Tomas Donlan. Tomas plays it over across, and Cora Clare breaking up the far side of the field. In it comes now, in as far as Padraig O'Donoghue. Padraig kicks pass over across. He's looking for the run inside, but the ball is going to break everyone. In behind it goes, and Shawnee Malone is the first man there to clean up, and he looks straight away from Ryan Curtin. Ryan plays it as far as Conor Cleary. Conor now is settling himself. He plays the ball over. It goes now all the time as far as Owen O'Brien up the wing with it, and it's Miltown now carrying the ball up as they look inside for Graham Kelly. Graham lets the ball bounce in front and straight into his chest is where it lands. He gets it and gives it as far as Owen Cleary. Owen with possession now just holds it up. He gets it back onto that left boot, but he has the distance. He doesn't have the accuracy, and the ball just drifts off and drifts away to the left hand side and goes wide. But I suppose it's just an indication of the patience of the Miltown attack now. They don't need to look to do anything special. They're up enough on the scoreboard, and they just need to try and pick the right shots.
Yeah, well, Owen was unlucky there. He had basically a free shot from 35 yards and went just outside the post. But the only thing is now that the weather is actually picked as dried up here at the moment also. Hopefully it'll stay like that for the remainder of the match, and we'll have an entertaining finish.
Advantage being played for Pierce Lillis there, and no advantage is accruing, so back comes Pierce. He's the ball in his hand, and he's looking for a bit of movement now just inside him, and he's going to go. Jack Morrissey makes the move. The ball is played in over the top, and Jack makes his way over. He gets it. He gets the shot off. It comes straight across the goal mouth, and inside battling for Mihal. Gary Mihal gets it. He plays it over across the centre of the box. The ball breaks down, but it's only the Miltown defenders are lining up now to sprint that ball out, and the ball is played. A late tackle there, but advantage is played, and the ball is in the hands of Conor Cleary, and on we go with possession as he plays it up as front of Mihal Murray. Mihal plays the low ball in front of Cormac again, so Cormac has possession. He settles himself as he keeps possession all the time. He drifts inside his own marker, gets it onto his right boot over the bar, and it's some exhibition this man is given in the conditions today.
Fantastic score again by Cormac. He was first out to the ball. Good ball in by his brother Mihal. Cormac came out and attacked it, took on his man, got around him, and put the ball over the bar.
So it's 2-8 now for Miltown. It's 3 points for Cora Clare, and attention is just been given to the Miltown defenders just following that late tackle, as we say. But we say that Ewan really has come down. Ewan was named to start at wing back, but if I think it's Ushi, is it? Or actually, it isn't. It's probably Colin Howard that's on the ground at the moment, Martin. So if Colin isn't in a position to start, we'll probably see Ewan being introduced.
Yeah, well, Ewan was natural defender. A bit unlucky to lose out today. He played, thought he played well against Big, and thought he was lucky to lose out in his place today. But a good man to come in, a good young player, and very promising.
So again, just Barry Keaton just allowing every opportunity for Colin to be looked after. He's sitting up, which is a good sign here now at the moment as we look at it, and we're just going to wait and see. The game won't be restarted in such a time as he's up off the ground. So Colin is getting back to his feet here now at the moment. He's actually going to resume his position, and we're back live again with the kick out from Killian Roach. So Killian plays it down the centre. It comes. It breaks as far as number 11 there, which was Kieran. I don't know who Kieran. The ball is played back again as far as him, so he holds possession, holds it up all the time. He's looking and he plays it over as far as Fergal Donlan. Fergal now with possession, looking over across here now to Robert Ryan. Robert Ryan holding the ball. He's coming all the time. He's still breaking forward as he does. He's a judge to have over carried, and possession is going to be given back again towards Miltown, and Conor Cleary has the ball in his hand and he's looking inside all the time. That ball is delivered. It's delivered inside there in front of Ger Malone. Ger plays the ball off, but he's a judge to have thrown the ball, and possession going to be given back to Cora Clare there again, Martin.
Yeah, well, it looked like Miltown were about to set up a score there, but unfortunately Ger threw the ball, so that chance is gone, and Cora Clare on the attack again.
The ball it breaks away there from Padraig O'Donoghue, but Padraig is there. He wins possession back. Possession is still on the ground, is still there to be won, and a battle there now at the moment, and it's Mihal Murray who is over there. Mihal wins possession, brings it back as far as Conor Cleary. Conor gives the kick pass in now inside, and waiting for the ball was Ger Malone. Ger holding the ball up inside all the time. He still has possession. He's looking for support. Support arrives in the form of Graham Kelly. Graham coming, trying to make his way outside his two tacklers, pull to the ground, and that's going to provide an opportunity now for Owen Cleary to try and register his latest score.
Yeah, good play by Jordan Malone there. You know, he got position in the corner. He was taught to play for the mark, but decided to play on and worked the ball back to Graham, who was fouled, and it's a free in for Owen there, you know.
And Kevin Keevy is actually the first substitute that we're going to see from a Miltown point of view. So Kevin is making his way in towards the forwards at the moment, and we'll just wait and see as we find out who is the player that's going to make way. So at the moment there hasn't been anyone, but it looks like it's Graham that they're calling, I think. Martin, is it?
I think they're actually Graham seems to be injured, so I think they're holding up the substitution to see is Graham going to be okay, or they're going to take him off.
So Graham is just limping at the moment, and he's limping off towards the back of the goals at the moment. So as we say, Kevin Keevy, the man who's been introduced there, and is Graham Kelly after winning the free there, which Owen Cleary has the ball in his hands for, is the man that makes way. So Owen is told he can settle himself now here, and here comes the kick from Owen as the ball travels across the goals. Umpires look like they're happy with it, and indeed they are. They go for the white flag, and it's now 2-9 for 2-10 for Miltown, is it? And 3 points for Cora Clare. Kick out comes. It only comes as far as Oisín Looney. Oisín tried to be a bit too quick with it, and Tomás Donlan comes in and he gets it away. It comes as far as Pierce Lillis. Pierce breaking up the field now as we go, and he has possession of the ball in his hands, and he plays a high ball in, which Brian Curtin is the only man there waiting for, but advantage was being played at the time, and it's going to be an opportunity now for Pierce Lillis just to settle things down and see if he can find a man with his latest free. So Pierce looking for a bit of movement inside all the time as he does, holds the ball in his hand. Here it comes now, high dropping ball, delivered straight inside, out they come to in, and the ball breaks down on the ground. It goes down, and there's a loose leg, and it's going to be a penalty opportunity now for Cooraclare. Yeah,
silly rash tackle there by the Miltown defence. He was about to pick the ball, and Miltown man went in and pulled on the ball, so there's no dispute about it.
So we'll just wait and see now. As we see, it's Jack Morrissey seems to be the man that's going to take responsibility for this. He places the ball back, he takes his steps back now, so it's Sean O'Brien in goals for Miltown against Jack Morrissey. Jack takes his steps back, here he comes, the shot goes off, no doubt about the finish, and that's the goal registered as we look at it, and Colin McNamara is about to be reintroduced there now for Cooraclare. Colin had seen a black card there earlier during the build-up play for Cormac Murray's goal, so Colin makes his way back in, but also Ewan Reedy has been introduced, and we're still waiting just to see who is the man that's making way for Miltown at the moment. Ewan Reedy is definitely on the field, and off the field looks like Ger Malone up at the other side of the field, I think, Martin, is it?
Yeah, Ger Malone up corner forward of Ewan Reedy put back in defence.
So ball now in the hands of Mihal. Gary Mihal holds up the ball, he recycles it back now again as the ball is played straight over. Jack Morrissey is the man that goes for it. Jack goes to ground, he wins it, he gets his kick off, and delightful little score there from Jack.
Yeah, very, very, very good score there from Jack. Very sharp when the ball came in, first to the ball, caught it and turned without thinking, and an excellent score.
So meanwhile, Jason Lillis is coming onto the Cooraclare team now just as we look at it. Jason is making his way in there towards the defence, and we're just waiting to see now who is the man that makes way. So referee is holding it up as we wait and see who's coming off. Jason, as we say, it's a water break anyway, so we'll have to wait until after the water break here now, Martin, to find out who the man he replaces are. But we're 2-10 to 1-4 here. I suppose in a way it's a matter now of Miltown just playing smart. In one way, I suppose, reserving energy ahead of the game next Sunday. They don't need to do anything special, they just need to be sensible with the ball and see out the next 15 minutes or so.
Well, let's see, it's just said and done. You can say preserve energy, but that's not easily done. You can't stroll through through the last 10 minutes of a championship match. So they'll have to try and as you said, they'll be smart, okay, but they'll still have to get a few scores on the board, defend well, and they can't afford to slacken off against Cora Clare.
And I suppose just as we look at, I suppose, individual performances, and there was a lot of talk, I suppose, beforehand, but I suppose we have to talk about maybe the contribution of Cormac Murray inside in the square. I think he's 2-4, isn't it? He scored now at this stage. He's about 1-2 or something in both halves, and given the conditions and that he's playing in, it has been some exhibition of full forward scoring.
Yeah, I'm telling you, best full forward display by far this year. Cormac looks very sharp for every ball comes in, just gets the ball and turns and goes, doesn't have time to think, and very hard to mark in circumstances like that, but he's been the bright spark from Miltown, and definitely their best player so far this evening.
And as Cora Clare just break again, it's Caoimhín Donlan is the man who has just made way there for that substitution just pre the water break. So Caoimhín is the man that makes way. Jason Lillis is the man who has gone on. So Jason has gone in there around the half forward line, or he's actually gone in around the half back line. So there's going to be a couple of moves, I suppose, further up the field as Caoimhín was playing more of a frontal role. But I suppose what will be worrying from a Miltown point of view is, as we watch Graham Kelly just make his way down, he seems to be limping quite badly. So between here and Sunday, if the injury is as bad as it looks, there's a chance that he might not be available.
Yeah, so that's the first thing you worry about is getting over tonight. But if Miltown manage to win this, that'll be a major concern for Sunday. He'll have intense physio or see what the problem is and see if he can overcome it. But initial thoughts is that it's unlikely he would make it Sunday at this stage.
Ball out now as far as Ewan Reedy. Roon takes possession. He plays it straight down the wing, and it's down as far as Cormac again. Cormac taking on the defence all the time. In he goes. He's heading towards the 13. Jinks inside. Plays the ball over across. It's in the hands there of Ewan Reedy. I think the new man that was introduced, if I'm not mistaken. And Ewan, who started the move, is the man who finishes it.
Yeah, excellent play by Ewan there. He first of all he got the ball laid up to Cormac. Cormac, as I said earlier, got the ball, turned and took off, and it looks like he was going to go through himself, but it was a great support play by Ewan, and Cormac laid the ball off to him, and he stuck the ball in it. Great score by Ewan Reedy.
So 3-10 now for Miltown, 1-4 for Cora Clare, as we're just I suppose 1 minute or so just after the water break, where we've got another 12-13 minutes or so to play, as Cora Clare now start to build again on their own 45. The ball is in the hands now of Robert Ryan. Robert is holding the ball under pressure from two players. He was hoping to I suppose draw the free, but unfortunately referee deems that he had held on to the ball for too long, and it's going to be an opportunity now for Owen Cleary to take this one. Up comes his brother Conor, who is maybe looking to have a go at it, but Owen says no, leave it with me, and Owen is looking for movement now inside. Here it comes. He delivers it in, but there's no one making a move towards that corner, and the ball is going to drift out and it's going to drift wide. So 3-10 as we say to Miltown. It's 1-4 for Cora Clare, and kick out to come now from Killian Roach. So Killian is looking for movement all the time. Here he comes, short kick out this time, and it's over as far as Declan McMahon. Declan has the ball. Declan is fouled in possession, and Cora Clare now have an opportunity to just build from the back, so that it goes out over and they can just cross in their own 45 as they head towards the halfway. A nice little kick pass just there up in front of Kieran O'Donoghue. Kieran playing the ball in over the heads of his attacking players, and instead it's Colin Hare who gains possession. Colin plays it as far as Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary now looking up, and he plays the ball over as far as Kevin Keevy. Kevin Keevy with possession plays it to Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary again is looking inside. A high dropping ball is what's going to land inside as we watch and see who's going to be the first man to run out to it. Ball comes as far as Ewan Reedy again. Ewan plays it off now, and it's back as far as Kevin. Kevin holding possession. He gets his opportunity, gets his kick off. We watch for the umpires. Yep, the umpires are going for the white flag, and again just a patient play. Wait if the opportunity was there, Martin, and then just the execution at the end of it all.
Good support play by Miltown again, keeping possession of the ball, moving it smartly, waiting for somebody to be free or move into possession, and good score by Kevin Keevy.
So the kick out comes now straight away. It comes as far as Tig Lillis. Tig plays it back now as far as that new man I know is Jason Lillis. Jason plays it over, and Cora Clare start to build again here now as I think so too. Possession of Jack Morrissey. Jack Morrissey now plays the ball just over the heads now as we look at it. Jack going back for possession again himself. Jack is holding onto the ball, plays it across the house. The ball is just dropping now on top of the 13-yard box. It breaks out all the time, and who's going to be first there? First to it is Aidan McGowan. Aidan gets a little kick on it and it comes out as far as Micheál Murray. Micheál with possession, bringing it as far as Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary playing the ball again now as they hold possession. It comes over now as far as Kevin Keevy. Kevin takes possession in his hand. He holds it up, solos it towards midfield. He's waiting and he recycles it again back as far as Conor Cleary. Conor settling himself. He was looking in for the early ball. It wasn't on, so instead he plays a crossfield ball straight over across the field, and it's Cian Nanny in possession. He plays it in. Cian has it now. He's trying to get inside. He's pulled down, and the ball is going to be brought back. I think advantage being played again for a late tackle here, and just a little bit of concern there for Micheál Murray, who's on the ground, but another opportunity now for Owen Cleary to slot over his latest free.
Yeah, that was a great vision there by Conor. He laid a very good ball across the field to Micheál Murray, and as Micheál was attacking, he saw Cian Manny inside. He laid the ball into him and received a late tackle, which is he's down at the moment, so hopefully he'll be okay in a few minutes.
So we're just so we're told it's 3-10 actually for Miltown. It's 1-4 for Cora Clare. We were just watching the scoreboard as we go, but there's an extra point up. Maybe they're preempting the score here from Owen, but at the moment the correct score 3-10 for Miltown, 1-4 for Cora Clare is what it is. So referee is just giving every bit of opportunity there to Micheál Murray just to recover. So Micheál is up off the ground. Owen has the ball in his hand, and he's going to restart us here now with this free as we watch James O'Connor is coming on, and I'd say it is actually Micheál who's going to make way following that tackle, Martin.
Yeah, a very good performance again by Micheál this evening. He's played very well last day against Dunbeg. He played very well again this evening, and a bit unlucky to get that bang, but he seems to be okay. He should be okay for the weekend.
So 3-11 now is the score following that execution of the free from Owen Cleary, and it's 3-11 to 1-4 in favour of Miltown as Colin McNamara has just been withdrawn from the Cora Clare team. So over it goes as far as Pearce. Pearce holds possession. He gives it back in around the centre, and blocked down there was Tig Lillis. Tig gets possession again. He holds it up. Tig is looking all the time. It breaks as far as Conor Cleary. Conor under possession. He's under pressure there from Pearce. Referee judges that pressure is too much, and it's going to be an opportunity now for Conor just to release possession. He's looking over across. The ball goes back instead as far as Brian Curtin. Brian with possession now with the ball in his hand. He's bringing that ball forward all the time. He's looking ahead, still carrying it all the time. He's carrying it over, and there it goes back over as far as his fullback and captain, which is Shawnee Malone. Shawnee gives the ball as far as Gordon Kelly now as far as Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary with that kick pass in. He's looking inside for the fresh legs that are gone into the full forward. Back it comes as far as Owen Cleary passes the 45. Here he is. He ball up onto his left foot. The shot is off. It's going to have the distance. Will it have the accuracy? It does indeed. And another, I suppose, just example of the patient build up and correct shot choice and good execution from Miltown.
Yeah, very good score again by Owen. Good play there by the defence, and got up as far as Cian Mann. He saw Owen on the run, laid it off to him, and Owen done the rest.
3-12 now is the score for Miltown. It's 1-4 for Cora Clare as the ball is back in the hands of Killian Roach again. Killian delivers that ball over towards the far side, and over it goes as far as the new man in. He plays it up. It goes as far as Declan McMahon. Declan was going for the ball. It goes out over the sideline, and he's going to have an opportunity now just to restart us with the sideline kick. So in it comes again, and Cora Clare building across the line. They come with it again over as far as Fergal done, and Fergal maintains possession as he comes up towards the 45, crosses the 45, lays it off now as far as his centre forward, which is Kieran O'Donoghue. Kieran has possession. He gives it over as far as he's holding possession up. He's looking for options outside him. He was looking to deliver it long, but instead he's going to come across here now. He comes across as far as Tomás Donlan. Tomás has possession. He gets inside the tackle of Oisin Looney and lays it off as far as Jason Lillis. Jason playing the ball ball in, and the ball breaks down inside, and it breaks down as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien plays it back as far as Brian Curtin to Gordon Kelly. Gordon Kelly now carrying that ball up, and he gives it over as far as Aidan McGaughan about 30 yards out from his own goals, brings the ball as far as Kevin Keevy. Kevin gives it over as far as Gordon Kelly now on the 45. Gordon just holds possession on the 45 as he pops it off as far as Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary now is looking out towards the side, and here comes the kick pass. He's looking for James O'Connor is the new man in. James takes possession, plays it in around the centre now. Kick passes off as Oisin Looney goes and chases the ball. Oisin is in possession as he brings the ball over as far as Cleary. Back it comes again. They're going to maintain it. The shot comes in from Oisin, but I think it's going to curl in beautifully just inside, and I suppose when things are going right for you, they go very right.
Yeah, well, in fairness, Oisin worked hard there. He got the ball in the middle of the field and worked up at the left hand side, the stand side here in Kilmihil, and he got to return back from Mona and put it over the bar.
So it's Killian Roach again now. Killian just with that kick out, and Killian delivers the ball there as far as Thomas Donlan has a kick pass now. Down it goes, Thomas Downs actually played the kick pass down, but it's broken out there by Gordon Kelly. Gordon as far as Conor Cleary. Conor Cleary plays it in, and in the nick of time came Thomas Donlan, but the ball is still breaking. It's still there to be won, and inside winning the ball now is Queevy. He's Kevin Keevy. Kevin ball is just dropped short, and out it's coming now with Robert Ryan. Robert Ryan plays it as far as Pierce Lillis now plays the ball straight down the centre. It breaks down in front between two of them. The ball is there to be won, but it's Pádraig O'Donoghue who draws the free off his marker there, his marker being Ewan Reedy, and Jack Morrissey gets us back underway as he plays the ball back towards, it comes back as far as Jack again on the halfway line. Jack is coming up now, coming towards the 45, just inside the 45 as we look at it. Takes on 3-4 players, draws the free again, and he's going to have another opportunity now just to restart us. So the ball is Pierce is running up, and I suppose the one thing that we can say in fairness to Cooraclare, they have, no matter what the scoreboard says, they have kept battling all the time.
Yeah, well, naturally that's what you expect at least. Cooraclare have never said high spirit, and I know Miltown are the better team tonight, but they're still battling, and they're refusing to give in. And unfortunately, that time when Jack got the ball, there was nobody to give it to, so he had to take it on himself, and he got the free.
So we've just 28 minutes on the clock as Miltown build again from the back. Conor Cleary, the man who's carrying the ball out of possession, so Conor is laying off the ball, and here comes the kick pass in. They're looking for Cormac Murray inside. Cormac dives down in the front of the ball as it just pops out and away from him and goes as far as James O'Connor. James, he plays it back to him again, and now it's to Owen Cleary. Owen Cleary just carrying the ball up as far as the 21 as he does. He's just holding possession all the time. He's looking for an outlet, and here he comes back. He comes as far as Conor Cleary standing on the 45 wins it. Conor had thoughts of a score for himself. He goes for it, and it looks to have the distance and does have the accuracy, and as we said earlier, when things are going right, they're going very right.
That's for sure. Fantastic fight there by Conor. We've seen him doing this in the park, but it's a lot more difficult here this evening in the conditions, but a fantastic kick from Conor from over 50 yards.
Oh, that kick out was rated expertly there by Gordon Kelly. Gordon just broke it down, and he broke it down as far as Joe Carmody. Joe Carmody played it back, and it's back in the hands of Gordon. Gordon plays it off, and an opportunity there for a goal, but it comes off the hands. A great save by Killian Roach and off the post, and out for a 45.
In fairness to Killian there, a fantastic save. Looked like Miltown were going to rattle in it again, but Killian was there and made an excellent save.
So Killian now just giving the ball out as Owen Cleary is the man who is making his way slowly out now just towards the 45 metre line. So as we look at it, we have 29 minutes 15 seconds on the clock. It is 3:14 for Miltown, 1-4 for Cora Clare, and the ball is picked off the ground there by I think it was Aidan McGaughan over on the far side, and an opportunity now for Cora Clare to see if they can just launch another attack as we head towards that 30-minute mark. So in the ball goes, it breaks out over the top, it's in the hand Pierce Lillis. He's looking, he's been told to come back to the correct spot. Back he comes now, just he's on the 45 as we look at it. That ball is delivered in over the top. Jack Morrissey is the man who's making the move again. Jack gets himself into a scoring position, he gets it around, and if there's one thing you can say about Cooraclare, it has been the performance even in the second half of Jack Morrissey.
Yeah, Jack has been a shining light for Cooraclare all through. He's a constant threat for them, and even though the Miltown defence is playing well, Jack has always put them to the sword and kept them on their toes.
So Sean O'Ryan again now, he's just getting ready to restart us again as we have just gone over the 30-minute mark, so it's all now eyes, I suppose, on what Barry Keaton decides is the additional time to be added on as we continue on. It's 1-5 for Cooraclare, 3-14 for Miltown, and I suppose just as the last few minutes are played, like from Miltown's point of view, recover tomorrow, and I suppose it's a matter of seeing whether it's Clonagad or Cracklow ahead of them, but it's another big huge test coming up on Sunday.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, like they've done well to get through this match and they've done a big match, but it'll count for nothing Sunday evening if they don't come through the next match, so it's one step at a time, that's all you can do, and they've done very well this evening.
Connor Clare, he just delivers that ball in as far as Joe Carmody gets the ball on the turn, but it goes out and goes to the left hand side and goes wide, and Killian Roach again just comes out to the 21, places the ball down as he looks around, he's looking for his options all the time. Here comes the kick now as we look at it, how it comes now, and the ball is caught there, and Mark Hall, but play on was what was decided at this stage by Kieran O'Donoghue. Kieran has the ball in his hand, he's looking for options, he plays it back behind him, and it's going to be Cora Clare's opportunity just to try and build another score and see if they can I suppose just finish the game with a score or two here in the final few minutes. So possession is held now again, they're coming back I suppose about 60 or so yards out from the Miltown goal, but Blockdown comes in and Kevin Keevy gets the ball, he plays it back as far as Aidan McGuire. Aidan leaves it back as far as Brian Curtin now in possession, he's just going to hold it up, he waits until he has a free man, that free man is standing back on the 21 in the shape of Shawnee Malone. Shawnee plays it as far as Gordon Kelly, and Gordon Kelly plays it back out as far as Kevin again. Kevin holding the ball up again, he's just looking for that right option, decides that the man standing beside him, Connor Cleary, is that, and Connor plays a crossfield ball, over it goes now as far as number 21, which is Cian Flanagan, and referee Barry Keaton decides that enough is enough, and he brings a close to the game here this evening, and 3-14 for Miltown, 1-5 for Cooraclare. And I suppose, look, if you were to look back at